Listen to me for a moment. My name is Alexander, and I'm talking to the part of you that is tired of pretending everything is fine. Because one day, whether you want it or not, this will happen. You will wake up, move through an ordinary day, and suddenly realize, this is who I became. Not the fantasy version or the one day I will learn version, but the real one. The person who actually grew out of your choices, not your intentions. I want you to imagine something with me, not like a movie, but like a memory that hasn't happened yet. You walk into a quiet room. No cameras, no audience, no performance. Just you and another you. Older, not only in age but in weight. The weight of every decision you made when no one was watching. You look into their eyes first because eyes don't know how to lie. And before a single word is spoken, you already feel the answer to the most important question of your life. Do those eyes say, "Thank you for how you lived for us"? Or, "Why did you leave all of this on my shoulders?" We like to comfort ourselves with a soft lie. The future will sort itself out. But your future is not an accident. It is an accumulation. It is built grain by grain, habit by habit, day by day. The person you will one day meet is being quietly assembled right now in the background of this ordinary moment. Writers who spent their lives listening to regret all say the same thing. People don't suffer most over what they tried and failed. They suffer over what they never had the courage to attempt. The words they never spoke. The love they never gave, the boundaries they never set, the life they never lived because they were too busy performing for other people. When you ignore that small, honest voice inside you, you are already shaping a future self who will have to live with that emptiness. Other thinkers describe something else living inside you, a potential self that could exist if you grew up fully, not just physically, but morally and spiritually. Not a perfect saint, but someone who carries their share of responsibility in this damaged world. Someone who tells the truth when lying would be easier. Someone who stops blaming everyone and quietly asks, "What can I fix? Where can I stand? What weight can I carry?" That stronger, clearer human is not a fantasy. They are your future self at maximum strength, waiting to see whether you will build them or abandon them. Some people have turned their lives around by standing in front of a mirror and asking, "What am I pretending not to see about myself?" Not in a self-hating way, but like a surgeon searching for the real wound. They understood that every lie told to the mirror today would become scar tissue in the life of the person they would be tomorrow. Keep pretending, and one day you will meet a future self infected by all the truths you refuse to face. If you looked at yourself tonight with that kind of honesty, what would you have to admit? That you scroll more than you read, that you talk about dreams more than you build them, that you stay where your soul is shrinking because you're afraid to be alone, that you keep promising tomorrow to a body, a mind, and a heart that are collapsing today. This is not about shaming you. If all I did was make you feel guilty, I would be useless. This is about helping you see the invisible line between this evening and that day when you finally meet the person you could have become. Because every time you choose the easy path just because it is easy, you aren't only hurting present you, you're handing a heavier burden to future you. You skip the difficult conversation today. They carry a broken relationship years from now. You avoid taking responsibility today. They live in the ruins of problems you refuse to face. You numb your pain instead of healing it today. They wake up every morning under a storm you left swirling inside them. But the opposite is also true. Every time you do something hard because it is right, You are sending a gift forward in time. You get up when the alarm rings. Instead of hitting snooze again, you send them a stronger body. You sit down and study, practice, build, even when your mind is begging for distraction. You send them a skill that no one can ever scroll away. You walk away from the person who keeps wounding you. You send them a life that is not constantly bleeding. Real discipline is not self-punishment. It is a form of love that you show to your future self. It is you saying, I refuse to dump all my unfinished pain and unpaid bills on you. I will carry my share now so you can breathe later. You are not a statistic. You are not content. You are a human being whose life will either become a warning or an example. And right now, as you listen, your future self is not some abstract idea. They are as real as you are, only silent, waiting, hoping that from this moment on, you will finally live in a way that makes that meeting sacred, not unbearable. There is something you need to understand about every day of your life from now on. You are in a constant negotiation with your future self. On one side, there is the you of this moment, tired, emotional, tempted, hungry for relief. On the other side, there is the you who will have to live inside the body you are building, carry the mind you are shaping, and sleep with the conscience you are training. Every decision is a tiny conversation between these two. The problem is that most people never let the future self speak. Present you says, I don't feel like getting up. Future you says, if you get up, we will be stronger. Present you says, I'll scroll for a bit. I deserve it. Future you says, if you do, we will lose another hour. We will never get back. Present you says, it's easier to stay, even if this situation is killing me slowly. Future you whispers, if you stay, I will have to rebuild us from ruins. Ignore that whisper long enough and it fades into the background. Not because it dies, but because you train yourself not to hear it. You tell yourself everything is about right now. This craving, this boredom, this fear. But deep down, you know every compromise today is a debt that someone must pay tomorrow, and that someone is still you. Think about the way you handle discomfort. In reality, you only ever have two options. Feel a small, clean pain now, or a bigger, messier pain later. The pain of getting up when you're tired, or the pain of becoming a person who can't trust their own word. The discomfort of one honest conversation, or the slow torture of living for years in something that quietly destroys you. The sting of saying no to a pleasure that doesn't serve you, or the heavy ache of waking up one day in a life built entirely from those pleasures and nothing else. Every time you choose to escape the small pain, you sign a contract in your future self's name. You write, they will deal with it. One day, they will open their eyes in the life you left them and realize how many bills you pushed onto their desk. But this is not just a warning. It is also your doorway to hope. Because the same law works in reverse, you can renegotiate the contract starting tonight. From this moment, I want you to build a simple habit before you make a choice that matters, even a small one. Pause for 3 seconds and ask, does this make my future self's life lighter or heavier? You're about to say something in anger. Ask it. You're about to lie to avoid embarrassment. Ask it. You're about to open the app that always steals an hour. Ask it. You're about to break a promise to yourself again. Ask it. Your body already knows the answer. There is a subtle tension in your chest when you're about to betray yourself. There is a quiet warmth when you choose what is right over what is easy. That feeling is your future self trying to vote in the negotiation. You won't always choose correctly. You will still fall, still waste time, still repeat old patterns. Your future self doesn't need you to be perfect. They need you to show up. They need you to stop automatically giving the victory to comfort and start saying, "No, this time I choose for us, not just for this moment." To make this real, I want you to create a tiny daily ritual. At the end of each day, before you drown your mind in more noise, sit alone with a blank page or an empty note on your phone. At the top, write, "How did I treat my future self today?" Then answer honestly. Write where you betrayed them. Write where you protected them. Write one thing you will do tomorrow to shift the balance a little more in their favor. At first, it may feel strange or dramatic. Do it anyway. This is not a productivity trick, it is a relationship. The more you check in, the less abstract your future self becomes. They stop being a vague image and start feeling like a real person you care about, someone you do not want to disappoint, someone you secretly want to make proud. That's when the negotiation starts to change. Present You slowly stops acting like a child who wants everything now and starts becoming a guardian, a builder, a protector of the person who will inherit your life. And in that moment, the future stops being something that just happens to you and becomes something you are consciously, courageously creating. There is a point in every real transformation where thinking is no longer enough. You can listen, you can agree, you can nod your head and say, "Yes, that makes sense." But nothing in your life changes until you cross a line from idea into commitment. Part of you is tired of understanding and ready to decide. So I want us to cross that line together. Up to now, we've been talking about your future self as if they're sitting across the table from you. I want to make that real, not poetic, not theoretical, real in your nervous system, real in your emotions, because the stronger that connection becomes, the harder it is to betray them. Tonight, when this video ends, I want you to do something that might feel strange at first. Write to your future self. Not a trend or a cute exercise you forget tomorrow. A serious letter. The kind you would write to someone you love who is about to walk into a long, hard journey, and your words might be the only thing that keeps them going when everything hurts. Before you write a single word, close your eyes and picture them again. Not perfect, not living in some polished fantasy. Just you, 10 years from now, if you consistently chose what was honest and hard over what was easy and fake. See the lines on their face from effort and from staying when it would have been easier to run. See the calm in their eyes that comes from facing reality instead of hiding from it. Notice the room around them. Maybe it's simple, but it feels like a place where your soul can breathe. Hold that image for a moment. Let it get heavy. Let it feel like a real person you are responsible for, not a dream you use to escape your current life. Then open a blank page and start your letter with one line, "I have not forgotten you." From there, tell them the truth about where you are right now. No filters, no branding, no performance. Tell them what scares you. Tell them which habits are draining your energy and your hope. Tell them where you feel small, where you feel lost, where you feel ashamed. Admit the promises you've broken. Admit the things you avoid looking at. Then make promises, but not the kind you usually make when you're desperate and guilty. Not, "From tomorrow, my life will be perfect." Not, "I'll never fail again." Those promises are lies in disguise. Your future self does not need theatrics. They need something much more powerful, your commitment to effort. Tell them, "I can't promise I will never fall back into old patterns, but I promise I will notice faster and get up sooner." Tell them, "I can't promise I will never feel afraid, but I promise I will stop letting fear choose our whole life." Tell them, I can't promise I will be strong every day, but I promise I will stop abandoning you for weeks at a time. Be specific. If you know that 20 minutes of reading each night would change your mind over the years, write it. If you know that moving your body regularly would save them from pain, write it. If you know that ending a certain relationship or finally starting a certain project is necessary for their survival, write it. The details you write are the bricks you are promising to lay. At the end of the letter, write one sentence and mean every word of it. I am done throwing my problems into your future and calling it fate. That is the breaking point. That is the moment you stop treating your future self like a stranger who will magically fix everything and start treating them like someone you love too much to keep hurting. When you finish, don't just close the note and pretend it never happened. Read it out loud, even if your voice shakes. Then put the letter somewhere safe. Set a reminder to read it again in 3 months, 6 months, a year. Let it become a mirror you return to, not just an emotional scene you forget as soon as the screen goes dark. From tomorrow on, you live in a different reality. Not because life suddenly becomes easy, but because you are no longer pretending that your choices affect only today. Every time you reach for an old habit, that letter will be there in the background, like a quiet hand on your shoulder. Every time you are about to sign another silent contract of avoidance with your name on it and your future self's pain attached, you will remember that you wrote, I am done. Because in the end, the day you finally meet your future self will not feel like magic. It will feel like recognition. Either you will look at them and think, I have been fighting for you for years, or you will look at them and feel the weight of a stranger you created by accident. Tonight, with a blank page and an honest heart, you get to decide which of those meetings you are walking towards. There is one more thing I need you to understand before we end this conversation. Everything we talked about in this video will mean nothing if it stays only as a feeling. Feeling moved is not the same as being transformed. Crying for a moment is not the same as changing your direction. Nodding your head and saying, true, is not the same as building a new life. Your future self does not care how many times you got chills. They care about what you did after. So I want you, just for these last minutes, to forget the outside world. Forget the comments, forget the algorithm, forget whoever might be in the next room. It's just you, me, and the quiet part of your soul that knows you are meant for more than the life you are drifting into. You are standing at a small turning point. Not because of me, I'm just a voice. Because of what you now know. You can no longer honestly say, it doesn't matter. You can no longer honestly say, I'll deal with it later, without seeing the face of your future self behind those words. You can no longer pretend that the way you treat this day is separate from the person you will one day become. You have seen the line between two different futures. In one of them, you stand in front of a version of you that you quietly abandoned. You see in their eyes all the moments you chose comfort over courage, all the times you knew the truth and turned away. They are not your enemy. They are simply the result of your absence. In the other future, you stand in front of someone who is still imperfect, still human but solid. Someone who carries the scars of effort, the peace of honesty, the strength of someone who did not always win, but always returned to the fight. Their life is not a fantasy, but it feels real, and strangely, it feels like home. You will walk into one of those rooms, not by accident, not by luck, by 1,000 small choices. And that is why this moment is so important. Because right now, while you are still listening, you are closer to that choice than you have been in a long time. So here is what I want from you when this video ends. First, don't run immediately to the next distraction. Sit in the silence for a few minutes. Let it be uncomfortable. Let everything you heard settle and sting a little. That sting is not punishment. It is a sign that something in you is still alive, still sensitive to truth. Then do one concrete thing that pulls you toward the future you want to meet. Write the letter. Start the note where you ask, how did I treat my future self today? Delete the one app you know is eating your time. Cancel the plan you know is another act of self-betrayal. Take out a book and read 10 pages. Put your shoes on and go move your body. Open the project you've been afraid to begin and work on it for 20 real minutes. Make it small enough that you can't lie to yourself and say it's impossible. Make it big enough that you can't lie to yourself and say it doesn't matter, because it does. More than you can see right now. Years from today, your future self will not remember the exact words I said. They will not remember the length of this video or the background music or the visuals on the screen, but they will feel, in the fabric of their life, whether this was the night you finally stopped playing with your potential like a toy and started protecting it like something sacred. If you feel alone in this, I want you to remember something. You are not the only one trying to break the cycle. There are people scattered all over the world who are tired of living on autopilot, tired of numbing themselves, tired of waking up with that quiet, heavy sense of, I am behind on my own life. This space, this channel, exists for people like that, for people like you. I am not here to shout empty motivation at you and disappear. I am here to walk with you, reminder after reminder, video after video, until the voice of your future self becomes louder, clearer, and kinder than the voice of your fear. So if this message did something inside you, don't just let it fade. Save the video. Re-watch it on the days you want to give up and go back to your old patterns. Share it with someone who also feels lost in their own life. Stay close to this kind of conversation because the world around you will keep trying to pull you back into sleep. One day, that ordinary day will arrive. You will pause, look around the life you are living, and it will hit you. I remember when I promised I wouldn't abandon us. I remember that night, and somehow, step by step, I kept that promise. That is the moment I am fighting for right now with you. Until then, every small decision is a brick. Lay it well. Live in a way that your future self can look back at this version of you and say, with a full heart, you didn't give up on us. You changed our story. Thank you.